Welcome to Vision on TV. We're here in London and we're speaking to Indigenous people who live in an area where there's a proposed mine, a minerals mine that's going to damage a wild salmon area. And we're talking to Bobby Andrew. Would you like to tell us what's brought you all the way to London today?
Repeat that again.
Would you like to tell us what has brought you all the way to London from Alaska today?
Well, we came here to meet with Anglo-American and give them the message that 80% of the people in the region oppose the project, basically because Cynthia Carroll and Sir Mark Moody made a promise that they would not go where they weren't wanted.
Is that the CEO that you're talking about?
That is correct. Cynthia is the CEO, and Sir Mark Moody was the chairman of the board at that time.
So what's your feeling now about whether the company is going to honor that promise?
My impression after the meeting we had today with John Mackenzie, who's been appointed recently, I think in 2009, to oversee the Pebble Mine project. My impression is that she's wanting us to wait until their plans are in or their permit application process is in.
One of your fellow community members said that he thought the whole process that you're talking about was actually designed to make sure that the permit goes ahead. Do you agree with that?
No.
No.
The reason why I disagree with what they're telling us to do, if we wait, we're going to lose our chance of stopping it now. If it goes through the permitting process, it's going to be a public review, both by the legislators as well as the community leaders and community members. And if we wait and see, the state of Alaska has never said no to a permit. Although one of the candidates who was running for governor said the system is broken. The permitting process is broken, and we know that.
So something that struck me today was the representative from Anglo-American said the process was very civil, and I must say you were very polite. Before you even introduced yourself, you introduced him and his colleague in the room. Do you think you're being too civil and too polite and too open with your strategy?
It's my nature, growing up as a Yupik person, and both of my parents taught me, you don't get what you want if you're angry or if you say it in a different way. You have to do it politely in order to get what you want. And over the years, having been involved in this battle against the Pebble project, I've been very, very careful with what I say to Anglo-American, first of all to Northern Dynasty Minerals, basically because in order to get what you want, you have to be very, very careful, and you don't release some of your how you're going to be pursuing and winning, and we're going to win.
Do you think there's a time where, firstly let me ask, is there some disagreement in the community about that? That some people want to be more civil than others, some people want to maybe take more direct action. Is there some disagreement?
To a certain degree, I'd say, with the supporters of the Pebble project, we've been confronted in an angry way, and we've responded to them very, very kindly, told them exactly what we were doing. the educational process that we were doing with the biologists and geologists that we were working with. So, because our information is factual.
I'm wondering, in your lifetime, in the area that you live, do you have what kind of development have you seen in the region, and have you seen an increasingly aggressive way of these companies trying to operate in Alaska?
Northern Dynasty Minerals, along with Anglo-American, who are the partners in this project, are the first aggressive group that have come to the region to develop an open pit mine, which is going to be North America's largest. And they're the only ones that I've seen so far that are very, very aggressive, and they don't listen.
Can I ask you can you speak from the heart about what it makes you feel when you think about what could happen here as an Indigenous person who's lived there your whole life, whose family's been there forever?
You know, we're doing this for the future generation. Basically, my grandchildren, as well as other future generations that are forthcoming that we have not seen yet. We have to make sure the renewable resources, be it fish, moose, caribou, beaver, muskrats, all of those need to be protected for the future generations' enjoyment.
So what would you say to Anglo-American today? You say they're not listening. If you want to give them a message now, what is it?
My message to Cynthia Carroll and Sir John Parker, who is the new chairman of the board. You have no support in the region when the opinion survey that our organization, Unamtaulikstai, commissioned a year ago states that 80% of the people oppose the project. And we also did another opinion survey just on 10 villages in the Iliamna area, and we found that more than 70% of the residents nearest to the mine site do oppose the project. It's the leadership of the village corporation, as well as the local government and the Lake and Peninsula Borough that supported, basically because they have contractual agreements with the partnership.
So it strikes me that what you're really getting to in the heart of this is a question of honor. You come from a culture where honor and integrity is incredibly important.
If you could repeat that.
Sure. It strikes me that what you're talking about is honor, that the chairwoman has made a promise, there's a new board member, and you are asking them to honor what they've said in the past. Is that right?
That is correct. The traditional Yupik person, as myself, when we make a promise, we keep that promise. We don't break it. Just like the word of oath.
Thank you very much. It's very powerful. Can I just ask, if people are interested in your campaign, where can they go for information? What can they do?
With the UK being one of the highest consumer of tin king salmon, be it all the 5 species that Bristol Bay produces. And being this, the UK is going to be also one of the losers if the salmon is no longer there.
So we should wake up to that fact that we're also going to suffer this loss of salmon and start doing something in the UK.
That is correct, and some of the conservation groups that are located in the UK should going to our Bristol Bay website and look into what we're doing, as well as get in contact with other conservation groups in the U.S. And if they do that, they could get their information through other websites. And Trouts Unlimited is one organization, yeah. As well as the National Resource Defense Council in the state of California. We work with many different organizations at the national level. And during our last visit here in the UK, we made some contact with some conservation groups. So we're getting help, like with Lucy.
So the campaign can keep building. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us tonight. You've been listening to Vision on TV, this incredible campaign that's going on to preserve this amazing wild area in Alaska. Do get on those websites. Do take action. Thanks. See you later.